Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind you that the official language of the gala is Hungarian. However, some of the speeches will be given in English. Interpreting service is provided, so anyone who requires it should now take an interpreter device from the table at the back of the room. Our hostesses are very happy to help you. Kedves hölgyeim és uraim, szeretném emlékeztetni önöket, hogy a gála hivatalos nyelven magyar. A beszédek ugyanakkor nem minden esetben fognak magyarul elhangzani. A tolmácsolás természetesen biztosított,
in English we do provide simultaneous interpretation. Should you need translation, please look for our hostesses. They will provide you with headsets. Esteemed Minister, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. CEO, dear guests, welcome at the Investors of the Year Awards ceremony of the Hungarian Investment Promotion Agency. My name is Edith Szalai. I will be the host of tonight's event. Please give a warm welcome to the CEO of the Hungarian Investment Promotion Agency, Róbert Ésik. The floor is yours. Esteemed Minister, ladies and gentlemen, welcome at the Investors of the Year 2020 award ceremony. I would like to greet everyone here at Vigadó, and I would also like to greet our guests who follow us online. We hold this ceremony slightly differently than usually and at a slightly different time. We wanted to make sure that it is an event with your presence, your actual presence, because it's one of our most important events. In February, we did not have the chance to hold this event in an offline manner, and however, we still cannot greet all of our guests in person here, but even those who cannot join us tonight in person can follow us online. At tonight's event, we celebrate the investment decisions made in 2020, and we celebrate CEOs, company leaders, municipality leaders who, in spite of the pandemic, have implemented and made decisions about important, significant investments and developments. The year 2020 has brought a lot of challenges for all of us. It was a challenge in the lives of countries, governments, cities, municipalities. For HIPA, it meant that following a rather normal start of the year, we have noticed a lack of company visits, and instead of site visits, we had to work on making sure that the investors can actually enter the country, or that experts who provide critical technologies or maintenance for the companies can actually enter the country. Projects that we thought were 100% sure were rescheduled, replanned, and we had to provide information about the pandemic situation in a regular manner. So the question was whether we will be able to provide real investment promotion services in the year. And by the end of the year, we saw that it was actually possible, and 2020 has turned out to be a very successful year indeed, because actually in 2020, 907 investment projects were successfully implemented, which meant an investment volume of 4.1 billion euros and almost 13,000 new jobs. I believe there were fundamentally two reasons for our success last year. On the one hand, luckily, and thank God, we had a lot of projects which are crisis-resistant, long-term projects that are related to e-mobility or to the world of shared services, or they came up in sectors which became focal sectors because of the pandemic, for example, the food industry or medical technologies. Another reason for our success, I believe, was the fact that we were able to restructure our investment promotion system in a fast and an efficient manner. This means that we have introduced 2 new legal grounds on the basis of which we were able to provide support to companies that, on the one hand, undertook to maintain their headcount, and on the other hand, undertook to implement investments in spite of the pandemic. This meant, this practically meant, and this is something that none of us had thought about at the time when we introduced the competitiveness enhancing program. Altogether, 1,361 companies have applied, which means that we had 1,361 new clients in 2020. I'm sure that the minister will talk about the relations and the sectors that were most active in this field. There's one more thought that I would like to share with you, however, namely that in terms of economic development, I believe it was an important development to bring investors to regions where previously negative decisions were made, usually jobs were cancelled, Jászberény, Ózd, Nemesvámos, for example. So altogether, 2020 was a successful year in terms of investment promotion, and this is what we would like to thank you for with tonight's award ceremony. So we would like to thank, on the one hand, the awardees, but not only them, but all of our clients and partners, because without their support, without their cooperation, we would not have been able to reach these achievements. I wish you good fun for tonight, and thank you for your kind attention.
Nagyon szépen köszönjük, vezérigazgató úr.
Thank you, Mr.
Most pedig
CEO.
felkérném Szijjártó Péter külgazdasági
Now I would like to invite Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade, Péter Szijjártó, to give his address. I would like to ask him to remain on the stage after his speech because his address will be followed by the award ceremony. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor to greet the ambassadors, representatives of the diplomatic corps, and first and foremost, I would like to greet those companies that have taken the lion's share in restarting the Hungarian economy following the pandemic, and I would like to also greet the leaders of those cities that gave a home to these investments. Mr. CEO is right in saying that it's a pleasure to meet you again at the award ceremony, the Investors of the Year award ceremony. Last year, obviously, the pandemic has completely changed our expectations. However, it was not evident that we will be able to organize such a gala event this year. The question is not so much the pandemic or whether the pandemic is over or not. The question is more about whether such a year allowed for investments that should be praised and that should be awarded. With a view to the fact that last year was a black year in terms of world economy, the world trade dropped by over 5%. More than 110 million people have lost their jobs, and globally, foreign direct investments dropped by 42%. And when last year economic news were announced by radio stations or TV channels, those were usually about mass unemployment, closure of factories. But at the same time, what was going on in Hungary? Last year, we once again broke investments records here in Hungary. and breaking records is an important term. They were not broken by themselves. We broke them. Because last year we gave answers to the economic challenges of the pandemic that were completely against the mainstream. We made our decisions based on a strategy in the framework of which we were not willing to accept that, by definition, mass unemployment is the consequence of the pandemic. We went to the mats and we undertook to cooperate with the companies, with the people, and this trio of the government, the people, and the companies were able to prevent the establishment of mass unemployment. Furthermore, we were able to create a situation in which, in this new competition, in this new global competition, Hungarian companies are not only able to stand their grounds, but are actually able to become winners of the competition. It was clear that the demand in the market will come back to its feet, and it was clear that somebody will have to satisfy this need, and it was clear that this demand will only be met by those who have sufficient capacities and who have the appropriate technological levels. We remained true to our philosophy, to our economic political philosophy, according to which we have to provide jobs rather than benefits. We remain true to the philosophy which has brought us significant successes over the past 11 years. And in addition to remaining true to this philosophy, we also mobilized the highest amount of central budgetary funds to make sure a high level of investments. And this is how we have reached such an investment record. Last year, we were able to finance the investments of 1,435 companies, as a result of which 1,700 billion forints of investments are being implemented in Hungary. The highest number of Hungarian people have jobs, and our growth rate in the second quarter of the year reached 18%. I would like to highlight and underline the fact that this would not have been possible without the cooperation between the government, the companies, and the people. So please allow me to express the government's gratitude to you, company leaders, and through you to all your employees, colleagues, to all those Hungarian and non-Hungarian people without whose performance this economic achievement could not have been reached. I believe that this wonderful investment record of the year 2020 and the list of tonight's awardees is yet another proof for the fact that our long-term political and economic strategy is a successful one, the foreign trade pillar of which is absolutely based on bringing the Hungarian interests to the forefront. This foreign trade strategy that is based on the interests of the Hungarian people is basically about the fact of expressing mutual respect towards all of our partners to achieve successes for the benefit of the Hungarian people. The list of tonight's awardees clearly shows how balanced our foreign trade strategy really is, because the highest investment volume came from China last year. In terms of number, the highest number of investments were implemented by German companies, And the highest number of jobs were created by American companies. These are three countries whose economic performance, whose investment decisions fundamentally set the performance of the Hungarian economy. And this can be also seen in the list of the awardees tonight. 2 American, 2 German, and 1 Chinese company are awarded tonight. But there is yet another, perhaps even more dear development in our economy, namely the weight of the Hungarian companies in our economy. The soul of the Hungarian national economy comes from Hungarian companies, and our proof for their becoming stronger and stronger is the fact that our competitiveness enhancing program attracted several hundreds of Hungarian companies who have or are implementing capacity increasing or technology development investments. And the performance of the Hungarian companies significantly contribute, in addition, of course, of the contribution of the international companies, to the fact that Hungary now belongs to the winners of the New World Economic Era. Obviously, this is an easy sentence to say, but it was really hard work that went into saying this sentence. Last year, we stood our grounds in various disputes and debates. We stuck to our economic strategy, in the framework of which we did not want to accept that a lot of Hungarians will lose their jobs, and instead we went hand in hand with the companies, with the people, and instead of benefits, we provided jobs. And based on this strategy, we have been able to reach this point at which Hungary has a realistic chance of the economic growth achieving over 5.5%, as a result of which, at the beginning of next year, we will be able to return the taxes that were paid by Hungarian families who are raising children. I would like to thank you all for your efforts. Thank you for once again placing your trust in Hungary and the Hungarian people, and for contributing with your decisions to Hungary being amongst the winners of the New World Economic Era. I would like to congratulate you. It's nice to see you all together once again. I wish you good health, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Minister, and perfect. The CEO is arriving for the award ceremony, so we can start. Ladies and gentlemen, after the words of the Minister and the General Director, the highlight of the evening will start. That is the award ceremony. So in the next period, we will award the companies which, with their investments, had an exemplary contribution to development of the Hungarian economy. So let's have the first award. First of all, the greatest volume greenfield investment of the year award will be presented. Just like last year, this year also we will have a short video which will explain why they were worthy for the award. So let's have the greatest volume investment.
A lítium-ion akkumulátor szeparátorok fejlesztésével és gyártásával foglalkozó Semcorp az első Kínán kívüli szeparátorfólia gyártó gyártóegységét Debrecenben hozza létre. A vállalat zöldmezős 97 000 négyzetméteres nagyságú üzeme 2023 elején kezdi meg működését a debreceni Déli Ipari Parkban. A több mint 183 millió euró értékű beruházás 440 új munkahelyet teremt. A Magyarországon gyártott szeparátorfóliát elsősorban elektromos és hibrid autók akkumulátoraiban használják majd fel.
Az év legnagyobb volumenű zöldmezős beruházása díj nyertese tehát a Semcorp Hungary Kft. A díj átvételére felkérem James
I would like to ask Mr. James Shee, Head of Global Project Director, to come on the stage in representation of Semcorp Hungary. Then after accepting the award and taking photographs, to say a few words.
To come on stage to receive the award and share some remarks with the audience.
Hi, everyone. I don't speak Hungarian, so I have to speak English. My name is James Shee, and I'm the head of global projects for Semcorp Group. And I'm very honored to be here to accept the award on behalf of the company. I'd like to start by thanking His Excellency and his team at HIPA, led by Mr. Róbert, Ésik, as well as Debrecen, where we have our project, starting with Mr. Mayor, Dr. Pop, and the team at EDC, led by Mr. Zoltán Polsér. So Semcorp is a company from China. We make materials, including battery separator film for lithium-ion batteries. So we got into the business about 11 years ago. Today we're the largest supplier of this product. Our main applications are electric vehicles, consumer electronics, and energy storage. So if you've seen an EV on the street, you've probably seen a car with our product, or you soon will. So we've been able to achieve phenomenal success in the last decade, going from zero to being number one in the industry, not by ourselves. We had the support of leaders, including business leaders and political leaders, who had the vision to see a world with cleaner energy and a transformation of the way we move ourselves. So, and that's the same here. We're just so happy that Hungary has the political vision to support and envision a future where electric vehicles and batteries can transform the way we live. And that's why we decided to choose Hungary as our partner here in Europe for our first base of operations. It's the first base for our company outside of China. So we're a Chinese company, but we're looking to grow into a global company, and we're very proud to call Hungary our first and right now the most important partner to achieve that vision. So thank you very much, and I hope to be back in the future, hopefully to receive more awards for the company. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations. Köszönjük és gratulálunk.
Thank you very much and congratulations.
Másodikként következzen
Second, we'll have the greatest volume expansion of the year award. So let's look at the video of the winning company.
A Mercedes-Benz Manufacturing Hungary Kft. 2020-ban 2 stratégiai befektetés elnyerésével erősítette meg a kecskeméti gyár Mercedes-Benz AG személygépkocsi gyártási hálózatában betöltött meghatározó szerepét. A vállalatcsoport 2020 márciusában 150 millió eurót meghaladó értékben több mint 23 000 négyzetméteres új robotizált présüzem zöldmezős megvalósításáról, majd 2020 decemberében az új generációs, tisztán elektromos meghajtású EQB modell gyártásának magyarországi megindításáról, egy további 140 millió euró értékű kecskeméti beruházás megvalósításáról döntött. 2021 utolsó negyedévére a kecskeméti gyár gyártósorain valamennyi meghajtás szerepel majd a klasszikus belső égésű motoroktól a plug-in hibrideken át a tisztán elektromos meghajtásig.
Az év legnagyobb volumenű bővítésért járó díj nyertese a Mercedes-Benz Manufacturing
is
Hungary
presented to
Kft.
Mercedes-Benz Manufacturing Hungary Limited. And I'd like to ask Mr. Christian Wolf, the Managing Director of Mercedes-Benz Manufacturing Hungary Limited, to come to the stage.
Manufacturing Hungary to come on stage to receive the award and share some remarks with the audience.
Jó napot kívánok! Dear Minister, dear Peter, dear President, dear Robert, kedves hölgyeim és uraim.
Ladies and
I would like
gentlemen,
to thank you very much. It's a huge honor for me standing here today and a genuine pleasure to receive the Investor of the Year award in the name of the Team Kecskemét once again. I'm lucky enough to say that it is the third time for me to accept the Investors Award on behalf of our company. For the Mercedes-Benz Manufacturing Hungary Kft, however, which is one of the biggest employers in southern Great Plain area and one of the largest investors in Hungary, it's actually the fourth time to win already. I'm glad that over the past 12 years, in a strong field of competition, we as a company managed to qualify for this prestigious award repeatedly. This fact shows that the Daimler and Mercedes-Benz have been continuously committed to Hungary and the Hungarian people from the beginning of our operations in this beautiful country. It clearly demonstrates that we are also planning for long term here in Hungary. Our two latest investments, the second press shop in Kecskemét and our EQB project, are both important strategic pillars for the future success of our plant and our people here, as well as for our global business. The first fully electric model in the history of this country, the EQB, will make us pioneers in this field. It will not just put our plant in Kecskemét on the global map of electric car manufacturers, but it will also secure Hungary a leading position in the regional competition. There are mainly two reasons that made this success possible. First, our team of more than 4,400 employees and the excellent job they've been doing over the years. I would like to take this opportunity and thank them all deep out of my heart for their work. Due to their performance, it was beyond question in our Stuttgart headquarters that the plant Kecskemét can be trusted with a complex task like the EQB project. The second reason for this success, in my eyes, is the genuine effort that you, Minister Szijjártó, your government, and HIPA have been putting into creating and maintaining an investment-friendly environment here in Hungary over all these years. Thank you, Peter, and thank you, Robert, for the great cooperation and support that we as foreign investors in this country all enjoy. And thank you once again in the name of the company for the honor of being awarded Investor of the Year. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much and congratulations. Köszönjük és gratulálunk.
and now let's have the third award. The company created the highest number of jobs of the year award.
A Lenovo a világ egyik legjelentősebb számítógépgyártó vállalata széles körben ismert globális hibrid gyártási modelljéről, ami magában foglalja a házon belüli és a szerződéses gyártás keverékét. A kínai vállalat ezt a modellt erősítve Európán belül elsőként Magyarországon létesít saját tulajdonú gyártóegységet. Az üzem a tervek szerint elsősorban európai és afrikai piacra fog termelni. Asztali számítógépeket, grafikus munkaállomásokat és adatközponti termékeket gyártanak majd. A Lenovo üllői beruházásával 1000 új munkahelyet hoz létre, többek között informatikusoknak és mérnököknek is munkát adva.
Az év legtöbb munkahelyet teremtő vállalata tehát a Lenovo Manufacturing Hungary
for job
Kft.
creation is Lenovo Manufacturing Hungary Limited.
Zolyomi Szabolcs urat,
I would like to ask Mr. Szabolcs Zolyomi, the managing director, as well as Anita Lukács, managing director Limited, to come to the stage and share some thoughts. So let me warmly welcome everyone, Mr. Minister, General Director, all our guests. Thank you very much for the invitation and thank you very much for the recognition. After long and detailed analysis, we have decided to change strategy, and our European manufacturing is organized within the country. Several Central European countries have been considered, but finally we decided for Hungary. And thanks mainly to the investor-friendly environment, the locally available, educated and well-trained workforce, and the logistics location of the country. Thank you very much for the support of HIPA during the negotiations. Thank you very much for the constructive attitude, for the flexibility, and the business view, or the business-centered politics. Thank you very much for the support of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, and personally to Mr. Szijjártó. Why Hungary? Because in Hungary, we have felt all along during the negotiations that it's very important for the country to have a market leader, global company, for this company to choose Hungary as the European manufacturing site. In the factory of Üllő, we have workstations, servers, data storage, as well as computers, and this is dedicated to further strengthen our market-leading position. In the factory, we have created 1,000 jobs, which, apart from the semi-skilled workers, we also have a highly qualified professional workforce. Our presence has strengthened the workforce of the area. by direct recruitment as well as through our partners. So it has a direct influence on the labor market, and therefore we reach our goals. In the future, we shall monitor the needs of our customers, and in order to do that, and together with this, we create our strategy, we form our strategy, we further develop our factory, and we trust in the further support and cooperation of HIPA as well as the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade. Thank you very much. Thank you and congratulations on the award. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And further, we shall present the awards for the service industry. Next, we will have the Center of Excellence of the Year award.
A Software as a Service piacán vezető szerepet betöltő amerikai Diligent vállalat több mint 19 000 ügyfele számára nyújt különféle szolgáltatást, amelyek vállalati, állami és egyéb vezetők munkavégzését segítik a munkafolyamatok hatékony irányításában, ellenőrzésében és információk megosztásában. A Diligent Budapestet választotta új globális termékinnovációs központjának helyszínéül, ahol több mint 300 felsőfokú végzettséggel rendelkező munkavállaló szoftverfejlesztéssel, GRC platformfejlesztéssel és technológiai megoldások támogatásával foglalkozik a vállalatirányítás, kockázat és megfelelés menedzsment terén.
A díj nyertese az év kiválósági központ beruházása, tehát a Diligent Governance
Hungary Limited.
I'd
like to ask Mr. Michael Stanton, Diligent Corporation's Financial Director, in representation of the company, to accept the award and after the photo taking to share some thoughts with us.
You want to put Kavanak.
Good afternoon.
Thank you so much for this amazing award. I'm very happy to accept on behalf of Brian Stafford, CEO, who could not be here, and the entire Diligent business of more than 2,000 people worldwide. It is a fantastic honor, but honestly, I should be thanking you for candidly making it so easy. This investment initiative at Diligent started before COVID. We started with some 20 countries around the world as we looked to install a center of global product innovation. And we narrowed that universe over the course of about a year and a half and ultimately landed here in Budapest for a lot of great reasons. And we could not be happier with the decision. Foundational to that decision was really the partnership with HIPA. So Robert, your leadership was instrumental to our decision, and like I said, we're incredibly grateful. We entered the market, we made this decision at the end of 2020. In the past 8 months, we've hired more than 100 developers and engineers and QA professionals. Right here, just a few blocks away, you saw our beautiful offices, which we're incredibly excited about. And this is just the beginning. We're 100 strong on a path to 300 over the next 8 or 9 months, and who knows from there. I believe we'll continue to grow. I also look forward to, in 21, 22, and beyond, a much deeper university partnership program with the Hungarian institutions here and around Greater Budapest area. Minister Szijjártó, Robert, thank you so much for this fantastic award on behalf of Diligent. It's fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you to And congratulations. Köszönjük és gratulálunk.
Thank you and congratulations.
Congratulations.
And now let's continue the program also with the category of the service industry, and this category is no other than the service center.
A Texas állambeli vékói központú Support Services Group széleskörű üzleti szolgáltatásokat kínál több mint 60 partnerének, a klasszikus szolgáltató központi funkcióktól kezdve a professzionális B2B üzleti szolgáltatásokon át egészen saját CRM rendszeréig. Az amerikai vállalat Budapestet választotta európai szolgáltató központjának helyszínéül, és 300 új munkahelyet kíván létrehozni. A budapesti központ 5 nyelven, 8 országra vonatkozó ügyfélszolgáltatást nyújt a világ egyik vezető streaming szolgáltatója számára.
Az év szolgáltató központ beruházása kategória.
The Business Services Center Investment of the Year Award goes to Support Services Group Europe. I would like to invite Dr. Ákos Horváth, Global Legal Director, to come to the stage. Esteemed Minister, Mr. CEO, Your Excellencies, dear awardees, dear guests. On 27th December 2019, I was skiing in Austria when I got a phone call from Texas, and it was the owner, one of the owners of Support Services Group, and with a deep Texan accent, he told me that he's calling because on 15th January we'll have to acquire a Hungarian company in Hungary. I went down the slope, I called him back, and I promised him that on the 2nd I will start working on it, but I'm not sure we will be done by the 15th. But at that time I didn't know that the 1st of January will be the new year, but also my last work-free day. It's true that we were not able to buy a hotel by the 15th January, but on 24th March our team was expanded with 270 employees, and we started the European support of one of the largest streaming providers in 6 languages. And as I've learned in the public sector, good work is rewarded with even more work. And in March we were talking about further acquisitions, and since then we have implemented 9 successful acquisitions in 7 countries. Currently we're working on the 10th acquisition, with which by the end of the year we will surpass a headcount of 15,000 people. Within these 1.5 years here in Hungary, we have reached a point where Hungary comes up in promotional materials, but actually the entire group feels that they are all a little bit Hungarian. And a very important role is played in this by the highly talented world-class Hungarian team. Thanks to the minister and his team, an economic environment has been established here in Hungary, of which we all can be proud ambassadors, because the facts speak for themselves. Thank you for allowing us to be part of this, and thank you for this great honor. I would like to wish you all great success in the future. I would like to wish you strength for these challenging times, and as we say at our group, may the force be with you. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Köszönjük szépen.
Thank you.
Most pedig az év K+F beruházó.
Let us now continue with the R&D investment of the year 2020. The importance of this category has been increasing over the past year continuously, with a view to the fact that in addition to the made in Hungary type of investments, invented in Hungary type of investments are becoming increasingly important.
Az 1990-ben alakult Cambridge-i központú ARM az okostelefonok fejlesztése mellett IoT eszközökkel, mesterséges intelligenciával és 5G hálózatokkal, illetve vállalati infrastruktúra megoldások tervezésével és fejlesztésével foglalkozik. Az ARM 2014 óta van jelen Magyarországon, a tevékenységi kör a klasszikus digitális hardwarefejlesztés mellett a beágyazott szoftverfejlesztést is felöleli, valamint operatív támogatást nyújtanak az anyavállalat különböző üzleti egységeinek. A vállalat 9 millió euró értékű, 60 új K+F munkahelyet eredményező magyarországi fejlesztésének köszönhetően tovább növekszik a budapesti központ jelentősége.
The company, which based on its performance last year has won the R&D investment of the year, is ARM Hungary Limited. I would like to invite Tima Lestarcio to accept the award. As you've heard in the short film, in 2014, we had great hopes regarding the Hungarian site development. I joined a team at that time, and together with my colleagues, we started in a very rundown Budapest office. At that time, we had some 30 colleagues and we had a big dream, and we thought that Hungary has a place in the big family of ARM, and we thought that this 30 people might be a little too small of a family, and we have strived over the past years to make sure that our team grows here. Hardware development is a hard thing to do. Hardware is hard, as they say, and in a very special field, we have been building up know-how with our colleagues, and with this knowledge, we started working together with the Hungarian Investment Promotion Agency at the ministry, and now we see the fruits of this effort. We now have 130 employees. I would like to thank for the work of my colleagues. Without them, we could not have been successful. We have no plants here, we have no factories here. Everything is in the minds and the heads of our colleagues, and we are very happy that we were able to include Hungarian knowledge, Hungarian skills, and to bring this knowledge and skills to the global market. So I would like to thank for the support of the minister and Mr. CEO as well. Without them, our task would have been much more difficult, and the fact that these investments come to Hungary is a shared achievement. And I have to say that a few years ago I would not have thought that I will be able to stand on this stage and I will be able to share these thoughts with you, so I would like to thank you for that. Thank you and congratulations.
Folytassuk a sort az év
Let us now continue with the industrial park of the year. In order to make sure that there is an increasing number of positive investment decisions, we need supportive local governments and appropriately equipped industrial parks. Let us now see the short film.
A 127 hektáros törzsterülettel bíró Nyíregyházi Ipari Park magasan fejlett infrastruktúrája és kedvező földrajzi elhelyezkedése révén mára számos betelepült vállalattal büszkélkedhet. A helyi önkormányzat elhivatottságának és sikeres befektetés-ösztönzési politikájának eredményeként az ipari park szabad területei mára teljesen elfogytak. Ezért az új befektetői megkeresések kiszolgálása érdekében újabb ipari területeket jelöltek ki 88 hektár össznagyságban.
Az év ipari parkja tehát a
The industrial
Nyíregyházi
park of
Ipari
the
Park
year
Non-Profit
is
Kft.
Nyíregyháza Industrial Park Non-Profit Limited. I would like to invite Deputy Mayor Menyhért Jászai to come to the stage to receive the award.
Tisztelt miniszter úr,
Esteemed Minister,
nagykövet urak,
Your Excellencies, Mr. CEO, ladies and gentlemen.
mindenek előtt engedjék meg,
First of all,
hogy tolmácsoljam dr. Kovács Ferenc polgármester
allow me to
köszönetét és üdvözletét,
express the gratitude and forward the greetings of the mayor of Nyíregyháza. Unfortunately, he cannot be with us tonight because of a trip abroad. Over the past years, we have made a lot of efforts to improve the bad infrastructure that we have inherited. Over the past years, we have worked on the road infrastructures, but we've also renewed all of our institutions. I believe it is very important to attract investors, but it is equally important to receive positive feedback from the already present investors. I would like to just mention two examples of 53 billion investment of Lego and Electrolux's 33 billion investment in Nyíregyháza.
a pandémia ide alatt.
It wasn't only the companies that
Ezért létrehoztuk
were active throughout the pandemic. We were also very active. We established an industrial park development fund and a municipality development fund, and we have also prepared the establishment of the new industrial park on almost 100 hectares. I'd like to thank all my colleagues because without their work and their performance, this could not have been achieved. And I would like to thank Mr. Ésik and his team for their continuous support. I would like to thank the minister because without their support and without their help, we could not have been able to go along this path and to reach this point where I can accept this award on behalf of the Nyíregyháza Industrial Park. I would like to congratulate all the awardees, and I would like to take this opportunity to invite you all to Nyíregyháza to have a look at the new industrial park site, and if you would like to make further investments, I encourage you to choose Nyíregyháza. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor, and once again, congratulations.
És végül, de nem utolsó sorban,
And last but not least, let us continue with the Supplier of the Year award. For the Hungarian Investment Promotion Agency, it is extremely important not only to attract large international investors, but also to make sure that Hungarian companies are linked into their supply chains. Let us now have a look at the short
Az
video.
év magyar beszállítója, Hirschler Glass Kft. A magyar tulajdonú Hirschler Glass Kft. Üveg- és tüköralkatrészeket gyárt a járműipar számára. Jelenleg 26 integrátornak számít, a termékek 70%-át OEM vevők vásárolják. A cég az elmúlt években több hatékonyságnövelő K+F projektet hajtott végre, dedikált célja pedig az ipar 4.0-ra való teljes átállás, melyben már most jelentős eredményeket tud felmutatni. A cég sikerrel pályázott a HIPA által kezelt versenyképességnövelő támogatási programra, melynek segítségével 67 munkavállalóját tudta megtartani. Az üzemet 2020-ban kategóriájában az év gyárának választották.
Based on last year's performance, the supplier of the year is Hirschler Glass Ltd. I would like to invite Judith Hirschler, CEO of Hirschler Glass, to come to the stage. Esteemed Minister, Mr. CEO, dear guests, awardees, it's not easy to express what this award means to us, how personal it really is. This company has been the life of my family for 122 years, and against all odds and against all the difficulties of history, we have been able to remain a family-owned company. I'm the fourth generation myself, and out of my 4 children, my 2 children, Rebecca and Richard, represent the 5th generation. I hope that my great-grandfather and my grandfather can see from above, and my father can see through the media, that the Hungarian government has acknowledged our work, has acknowledged what we put into this company, into this enterprise, and that we have reached the stage at which we can supply to world-class companies. Earlier on, it has been unimaginable that companies like Volkswagen, for example, choose us as suppliers, and obviously the support of the government of Hungary and the possibilities provided by them have greatly contributed to this, and this is a shared achievement, therefore. We did not choose Hungary, we were born here, and we are truly very happy, and we can say from our hearts that our employees who have been working with us for 36 years, 30 years, are just so proud of this award that you can't even imagine. We're also very happy that with this award we bring an acknowledgement to the city of Sopron, which is the city of fidelity, because they have also supported our efforts, our work, and I would like to thank for the fact that this award further enhances our efforts, and I'm very grateful to be able to stand in this beautiful building and to be here today. Thank you very much. Thank you and congratulations. Once again, congratulations to all the awardees. I would like to ask the Minister and Mr. CEO to stay on the stage for a family photo with all the awardees. I would like to ask all of them to come back to the stage with the award. Thank you.
A vendégeinktől pedig egy kis türelmet kérnénk, legyenek szívesek.
We would like to ask for some patience to wait for the photo session, because after that there will be a special performance, because you will be able to see Nicolette Szőke Quartet in cooperation with the Hungarian Studio Orchestra. I promise you that it will be a very special event. So after a few minutes we will start with the musical performance.
Még egyszer gratulálunk a díjazottaknak.
Again, congratulations to all the awardees.
Köszönjük szépen miniszter úrnak és vezérigazgató.
Thank you very much to the minister and the CEO as well.
Most pedig
And now, the already mentioned musical performance will take place. Please allow me to introduce our performance in a few words. Nicoletta Szőke was a winner of the Montreux Festival, as well as the Junior Prima awardee. She's a performing artist who has performed in New York, Tokyo, Brussels, Copenhagen, London and Berlin. She has sung with Michel Legrand and Bobby McFerrin as well. She has had 7 solo albums, which led the Japanese list. Last, she had the song 2021, where the first selection round was won by her by new opportunity or new chance, and she qualified for the semi-finals. The 1st of September 2021, within the framework of the 52nd Eucharistic Congress, the world's first Roma Mass was presented, and she was the soloist. The other members of the quartet are Márton Fenyvesi, Zsolt Farkas and Daniel Szabó. Now, today we have a special cooperation, the Bújtor Balázs-led Hungarian Studio Orchestra. The musicians of the orchestra have been playing together for 15 years in different musical productions, and at today's gala we have a very special program with jazz and pop hits, and it will be the closing will be by a famous Hungarian poet Miklós Radnóti. It's called The Enchanter, and this is what you will be able to listen by Nicoletta Szőke Quartet and the Hungarian Studio Orchestra. And now I have the opportunity to have a closer look at this fantastic singer, so please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, Nicoletta Szőke. Hello. Hi, good evening. Let me welcome everyone. You look wonderful. And after that one sentence, I can hear that jazzy voice. Well, it's a very special event, the Investor of the Year Award Gala, and I tried very hard to be worthy of this event. I think it will be wonderful, and it's perfect that you will crown the event. Will you tell me a little bit about yourself? When, how old were you when the love for music started? Well, basically from the time I was born, because I was born into a musician's family. My father was a musician, And I think he was the one who was surprised that someone was following him. He has two daughters. I have a younger sister, and they didn't plan for us to be musicians because we have to travel a lot. It's not so easy as a woman. But music is the kind of thing that if it breaks out, you can't stop it. So I just had the feeling that I wanted to sing. Perhaps it's not so extreme, but you need to know that the Salavato is like a placing of the ribbon when you finish high school. So it's a very special event for someone. And when I went to the organizer, I said I wanted to recruit some vocalists of my class, and I'd like to ask one of the boys to rap. And we had this special production. And yes, it happened. And it's documented. We have photos, videos. It's in the drawer. But maybe one day I will be courageous enough to present it. So it's this community feeling that decided for me that I want to have this career, because music for me is the kind of thing that bridges over everything, and people sing, laugh and cry together. It's a community experience. And you will hear when this fantastic group and this wonderful singer will what was it? Was it economist as you completed school? Was there any use of this? Yes. I have a foreign trade qualifications, and obviously I don't have the knowledge that most of the people here in the room, but it's part of the truth that I used it once when there was no concert during this period. The Czech-Hungarian international company that I worked for, my younger sister took me there, and the workers there saw me in the song contest, and they sent me text messages to help me win, so there are some overlaps here. And the Művészetek Palotája Palace of Arts in Budapest, there was a performance, and my ex-colleagues were there watching me. So I'm very happy that you're not sitting in an office, but you will be playing music. And is it true that you have wonderful children? Yes, my daughter is 13 and my son will turn 11. And there are no two genres that can be heard in our apartment at any one time. So we're like an Italian family. It's very noisy. So it's very good to know so much about you. So what is the first song that you have? Well, from Slovakia, from Rozsnyó, Zoltán Farkas at the piano will help me, and it will be Sting's song. Fragile is the name of the song. Perhaps I don't need to say a lot about it. Perhaps most people know it. And I think the last period for all of us confirmed that we are very fragile. And the other song, it will be a swing, a very happy song, because there are things that the virus has not been able to take from us. So it's called Si Domina Sing, is about if there is swing, then no problem can happen to us. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have nothing else to do but lean back and enjoy the music. Please accept them with
something in our mind will always stay. We're Perhaps this final act was meant to clinch your lifetime's argument that nothing comes from violence and nothing ever good for all those born beneath an angry star. Lest we forget how fragile we are. On and on the rain will fall like tears from a star, like tears from a star. On and on the rain will say how fragile we are, how fragile we are. Your blood will flow when flesh and steel are one, drying in the color of the evening sun. Tomorrow's rain will wash the stains away, but something in our mind will always stay. Perhaps this final act was meant to clinch your lifetime's argument that nothing comes from violence and nothing ever good for all those born beneath an angry star. Lest we forget how fragile we are. On and on the rain will fall like tears from a star, like tears from a star. On and on the rain will sing how fragile we are, how fragile we are, how fragile we are.
Köszönjük szépen. Thank you very much.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. It don't mean a thing. All you have to do is sing. Do-a, 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 do-a. It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give the rhythm everything you got. You got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that sweet. Do-a, 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 do-a. It don't mean a thing. All you have to do is sing. Do-a, 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 do-a. It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give the rhythm everything you got. You got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. Do-a, 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 do-a. Bo-bo-bo-bo. Do-a, 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 do-a.
Köszönjük szépen! Akkor nagy szeretettel
Thank you very
szólítom a
much,
színpadra
and
16
I'd like to
vonós
ask
tagokat, fantasztikus
our
zenészek,
16-member
Hungarian
orchestra,
Studio
Hungarian
Orchestra,
Studio
Balázs
Orchestra, to
vezetésével.
come to the stage, led by Balázs Bújtó.
Amíg a fiúk hangolnak, addig elmondanám.
While they're setting up, let me tell you that we prepared 5 songs for you, and we have prepared the orchestra especially for this occasion. So it starts with Sting as well. We like his songs. It's very inspiring for us. There are beautiful animations as well, animations that have been prepared.
You remember me when I was playing moves upon the fields of Berlin. You forget the sun
Köszönjük szépen!
Thank you very much.
Egy David Guetta sláger fog következni.
The next one is a David Guetta hit, no matter how incredible that sounds. But this was reorganized as a swing, as a jukebox, and we liked it. Titanium is the next song.
Shout it out, but I can hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. Shoot me down, but I'll get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, ricochet. You take your aim. Fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You cut me down, but it's you further to go. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I am criticized, but all your bullets ricochet. You shoot me down, but I'll get up. Oh, I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, ricochet. You take your aim. Fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Oh, 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 oh. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, ricochet. You take your aim. Fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium.
Nagyon szépen köszönjük.
Thank you very much.
Ismét egy világsláger következik
Again,
most.
a well-known
Nagyon gondosan
hit.
összerakni
We
a
tried
szervező
to
csapattal
really
ezt a kis
select
repertoárt.
the
George Gershwin
repertoire.
nevét,
George
azt hiszem,
Gershwin's
nem kell
name, I
senkinek.
think I don't need to
Számtalan
introduce to
világslágert
anyone.
szerzett.
He has
Ez egy
had
olyan
many
sok
global
következő, ez egy
hits.
nagyon
This
bízunk
is
abban,
a
hogy
lullaby,
senki
and hopefully you will not fall asleep. Summertime.
can harm you. Good daddy and mommy standing by. One of these mornings, you're going to rise up and sing it. You're going to rise up and sing it. Then you spread your wings and then take to the sky. But dear morning, there's nothing can harm you. There's nothing. Daddy and mommy standing by.
Köszönjük szépen!
Thank you very much.
Nagy örömmel látom, hogy mindenki
Very
fent van még.
happy to see that
Reméljük, hogy
everyone's
tetszett
still
ez a
awake.
változata
I
ennek a
hope
bizonyos
you
kis
like this
altatónak.
version
Most egy
of
nagyon
the
kedves
song
kis
of this
bohókártyal fog
lullaby.
következni,
And we'll
gyönyörű
have
szép
a
városunk is benne
very
van.
witty
Nagyon
song.
örülünk neki, mert
Our
ez egy igazi
beautiful
bombas
city
sláger volt pár
is
évvel
included
ezelőtt.
because it was a
George Ezra
really
az eredeti előadó.
huge hit.
A
George
dalcíme
Ezra
pedig
is the
nemes
original
egyszerűséggel
performer,
Budapest.
and simply it's called Budapest.
Miles in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beautiful Castillo. You I live it all. My acres of land, achieve. You take my hand, but for you, I lose it all. But for you, I lose it all. My many artifacts, the list goes on. If you just say the word, I put it right over you. I leave it all. All to you. I leave it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. And baby, if you hold me, then all of this will go away. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. And baby, if you hold me, then all of this will go away. My friends and family, they don't understand. They think if I hold your hand, they lose me all to you. I lose it all. All for you, I lose it all.
Köszönjük szépen!
Thank you very much.
Nagyon-nagyon különleges dallal.
A very, very special song is the last one for this set, and there's a special film that was made for the song because it's really at the bottom of my heart. It's not just anyone who wrote the text. It's Miklos Radnóti, famous Hungarian poet, a wonderful, amazing poet, from whose poem was the inspiration for Balázs Szabó and his band. So please accept or please watch this special film that was made for this occasion, and it's the Enchanter, in Hungarian's Bajoló. Even the title of the poem is wonderful.
Mossa az eső össze szívünket.
Köszönjük szépen! Farkas Zsolt,
Zsolt Farkas,
Barca Horváth
József Barca Horváth,
Fenyvesi Márton,
Márton Fenyvesi,
Szabó Dániel
Daniel Szabó,
és a Hungarian Studio Orchestra.
and the
Bújtor
Hungarian
Balázs
Studio
vezetésével.
Orchestra led by Balázs Bújtor.
Nagyon szépen köszönjük. És a csodás művésznőnek megkérném Bújtor Balást, hogy jöjjön ide és adja át a csokrot, amivel készültünk, anélkül semmiképpen nem
flowers, the
mehet el.
bunch of flowers, you cannot leave before that. Thank you very much, and we thank you for these fantastic songs and your beautiful voice, and of course the orchestra for the music. And if I can ask for another round of applause. Thank you very much again, and thank you all. So you heard Nicoletta Circus Quartet and the Hungarian Studio Orchestra, and ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you that with your participation you honored the award gala. The press, I want to thank the press for participation. So the public part of the event is finished, so we will continue by supper, and I'd like to just draw your attention that there are gastro programs such as a tasting of venison ham, champagne roulette, gin tasting, and for those interested in molecular gastronomy, we recommend the tasting of cocktail beads. I have no idea what these all mean, but I hope you enjoy it, so wish you bon appetit and a wonderful evening. Goodbye.